Samujal Bhattacharya of the All Assam Students Union, do you trust the BJP on this? Do you trust the BJP on the subject, or do you think they're also simply taking political advantage of the situation?
See, all political parties, they should stop ball-shielding on the issue of Assam. There are two issues. One regarding Kokrajhar Baska issue, one is foreign national issue. This Baska and Kokrajhar issue, regarding that issue, the Assam Chief Minister had failed. He is an incompetent Chief Minister. He had failed to act upon after getting the intelligence input. Second, regarding the foreign national issue, it's a big issue, it's a vexed issue. All political parties, they had failed and will watch what they will do after this election. That's a different thing. But I would like to request through your channel that no political parties should communalize this issue. It's not a Hindu-Muslim clash. I am repeating again. An armed group had killed people. It's not a Hindu-Muslim clash. It's not a clash between two villages.
Exactly. Let the BJP answer that. Let Sudhanshu Trivedi answer that. You only want to communalize the entire issue, and so does the National Conference by giving it a particular spin. It suits you politically. But let me ask you, Sudhanshu Trivedi, after this incident, your party leader Ravi Shankar Prasad says that this incident between Bodos and immigrant Bangladeshis has happened. How does he know that one group is that of immigrant Bangladeshis? Of the 32 people who have died, all of whom are Muslims, does he know? Does your party know who is an immigrant Bangladeshi and who is an Indian? Why don't you officially determine who is dead, who is a Bangladeshi, who is immigrant and who is an Indian before jumping to conclusions about their identity? Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, why do you do politics even over those who have been killed? Why do you do that? On the corpses of the victims you are doing politics.
Unfortunately, it has been not determined since last 30-35 years.
But do you know
Congress brought the change
the 32 people who died, do you know they are infiltrators?
And they always try to stop any process which is capable of determining those infiltrators.
So what? You don't even know the facts?
That's why.
Sir, you are calling...
When our government was there, the PIL
Asaduddin Owaisi is responding to that.
It was by our present Assam unit president, Mr. Sarvanand Sonowal.
Sir, do you know who...
And in favor of which Supreme Court given a judgment.
Sir, do you know who is an illegal...
This is the irony of the situation. And moreover, we are not at all in favor of...
Sir, do you know...
the terrorism and the community.
But you've just done it.
These parties.
But you've just done it.
Ms. Priyanka's party, Congress, whose Home Minister openly says that Muslim youth should be dealt with softly, though even they are booked under terrorist act.
Sir, why don't you first of all, okay, no, one second.
No, if you're going to keep comparing, then let's have a comparison of why didn't you ask Mr. Narendra Modi to step down after 2002?
Whose brother uses to say, leave
talk
apart
about
the
your
police
party and how it has failed.
Teach them a lesson in 20 minutes. These type of parties who dastardly brand the communal politics with terrorism, they cannot do good for the country.
Exactly. When you call these Bengali Muslims as Bangladeshis, it's a shame that you'll tar them with the same brush.
I want to ask you the question. In the last 35 years and 10 years, why you are unable to identify who are the infiltrators? When the governor in 2006, the Assam governor has given a report that on an average every day, 5,000 people uses to cross the border. It is the report of your governor in 2006.
And what did you do, sir?
Under the IMDT Act, the determination is 0.5%.
What did you do, sir? What did the BJP do, sir, for the 6 years that it was in power?
BJP has done during
what?
Our government.
You have done precious little.
The Bodo Land Council.
You have done precious little. You have only made infiltration an issue. You have only made the charge against you, sir. Sir, the charge against you, and you can ask this question to anyone, including the people in Assam.
And the court judgment came.
Everyone will tell you that you have only made infiltration into a communal issue to be exploited at the national level. The fact remains that in Dhemaji, Serampur, Modi made controversial remarks, and I'm getting Asaduddin Owaisi to respond to this. Narendra Modi says the expulsion of illegal immigrants from Bangladesh. He's spoken of the expulsion of illegal immigrants from Bangladesh, but at the same time he's called for the rehabilitation of persecuted Hindus from Bangladesh to India. Is that not a communal remark? Why draw a distinction on the basis of someone's religious identity?
It is a distinction between a genuine refugee and the infiltrator.
So a Hindu is a genuine refugee and a Muslim is not.
And forget about the Hindu.
Asaduddin Owaisi.
In Bangladesh,
Asaduddin Owaisi.
Asaduddin. What can they be called the infiltrator if we come to the side of India? No. There has to be a clear policy about the genuine refugee and the infiltrator who is even involved in the terrorist activities.
Asaduddin Owaisi is responding to this.
Let me define.
I'd like to remind Asaduddin Owaisi of the statements he has himself made in Parliament.
Let me come into it.
Okay, Kiran Rijiju before that. Kiran Rijiju before that.
See, let us understand this first, Arnab. An illegal migrant is totally different from refugee. Refugees are the group of people who have been forced, persecuted or been sent by force from their own homeland. Illegal migrants are different set of people. When Narendra Modi says that illegal migrants are to be sent back, this is absolutely correct statement. As an Indian, we want foreigners to come here with proper documents, but we will never welcome any illegal migrants. But let us not dilute that issue with the present situation.
But hasn't the BJP done that? Hasn't the BJP done that?
Didn't the BJP law and order problem?
Hasn't the BJP done that by calling all the 32 people who have been killed as illegal migrants?
We must understand that.
Did you do that or not? Did you make the issue? Did you mix up the two issues or not?
We must understand that Narendra Modi's statement should not be brought into this issue. What I am saying is,
I am asking you,
present incident of killing
Ravi Shankar Prasad,
Mr. failure of law and order control of the state government.
Mr. Rijiju, Ravi Shankar Prasad says that this is an issue of clashes between Bodos and illegal Bangladeshis. The point is, these are not clashes. This is a massacre.
That is history.
These are not clashes. This is a killing. This is a terror attack. Why is he linking it up to the issue of illegal infiltration? Why is it? He is a leader of your party. You belong to the BJP. You tell me why. Sudhanshu Trivedi, tell me why.
I accept. Ravi Shankar Prasad is saying he's pointed out towards the genesis of the problem.
Do you know?
Why we are trying to hide the eyes?
Then do you know?
We are trying to hide the facts. We are trying to avoid looking at the basic genesis of the problem.
Sir, please understand this. According to the Assam Accord of 1985, please check your facts. People from Bangladesh who had come over before January 1966 were to be regularized as Indian nationals. I'm asking you, should the BJP not determine who the dead are? Those children, those women who have been killed, how do you know that they are Bangladeshis? And if you don't know that they are Bangladeshis, why are you dubbing them Bangladeshis?
What is the religion of those people killed?
Sir, religion and nationality, you mixed it up. Samujal Bhattacharya has the BJP become completely confused.
As an Indian.
Mr. Bhattacharya is the BJP completely confused on the issue.
Is that
BJP is completely confused on the issue.
We have seen that the Congress party has failed to implement Assam Accord. The BJP has 6-year rule, they have failed. The Labour party, they have failed.
That is the genesis of the problem. But the immediate problem is
the illegal Bangladeshis who have entered after 71 as per Assam Accord, they must leave Assam. He may be Hindu, he may be Muslim. There cannot be division in the name of illegal Bangladeshi. Illegal Bangladeshi is a Bangladeshi. He may be Hindu, he may be Muslim. As per Assam Accord, those have entered after 71, they must leave. And one thing is very clear, that Narendra Modi had given this statement in Bengal after the election of Assam. There is no link in between the present class and Narendra Modi's statement.
Related to Assam, to Northeast, where I feel that the political leaders of the nation should understand and address the issue rather than trying to make it as a political issue.
You know who does politics on this? I would like to say here now that one person who's done politics over this is Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi. And Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi has added a full religious angle to this issue. He said, Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi said in a speech in Parliament during the 2012 violence, and he said this, he said, I warned the members of Parliament. And he'll remember this. He said, I warned the members of Parliament that if proper rehabilitation does not take place, he said, waving his finger, he said, you be ready for a third wave of radicalization among Muslim youth. What kind of language is that, Mr. Owaisi? And did you not make that comment?
Mr. Arnab Goswami,
did you not make that comment, Mr. Owaisi? Does that not completely bust and demolish the high moral stance that you take on the Newshour tonight?
I stand by it.
That's the problem. You see, that's the problem. Sitting there in Hyderabad, you want to communalize the situation in Assam. You want to communalize the situation in Assam.
Parliamentary sovereignty is there.
You want to communalize the situation in Assam.
It is there in Parliament.
Sir,
I will take those words to my grave, Mr.
Sir, do you want to communalize the situation in Assam?
Has allowed that to remain on record.
No,
I am not communalizing.
You want to communalize the situation.
When I say that you
because
are
it benefits you politically.
When I say you are killing me, you say I am communalizing.
Because no,
when
it doesn't.
My children are being made orphans, you are saying I am communalizing.
Mr. Owaisi, you stand. The problem is, Mr.
I
Owaisi,
am proud of the statement I made in Parliament.
You know, Mr.
I will
Owaisi,
stand by it till the rest of my life.
You can do that, Mr. Owaisi, because you believe.
It will because you believe the records. You cannot expunge it now.
Because you believe.
I stand by it.
I don't agree with it.
A genocide has been done.
I don't agree with it.
Your genocide has been done.
I think these are the words of someone who wants to.
You are not talking about the statement made by Mr. Modi in Bankura.
I have said so.
Mr. Arnab Goswami, very cleverly you are doing politics over here.
Mr. Owaisi,
Narendra Modi, you are not.
Mr. Owaisi, do not.
Why aren't you not talking about the Bankura statement?
Mr. Owaisi, I'll tell you. Mr. Owaisi, listen to me.
Who pray Durga Puja allowed in India?
Now,
please understand,
Mr. Owaisi, you were not listening 2 minutes back?
Don't, please.
You were not listening 2 minutes back?
You are protecting Mr. Narendra Modi.
You are not listening 2 minutes back?
You are protecting Narendra Modi.
Mr. Owaisi, I do not need lectures from you on the subject because I was the first person who asked the question when the BJP manifesto came out. And you have the courage to listen. You have the courage to listen, Mr. Owaisi.
Do Durga Puja allowed India?
Mr. Owaisi, have the patience to listen.
What kind of language is Mr. Modi using?
Have the patience to listen.
Prime Minister of India?
Mr. Owaisi, if you have the patience to listen, then I will tell you that the one channel which questioned the BJP manifesto, which then when said.
But you never condemned the statement made by your brother. Akbaruddin Owaisi. You never condemned Mr. Owaisi. The statements made by your own brother.
I would like to ask one question to Mr. Akbaruddin Owaisi.
When he tried to insult the
what was his reaction when Azam Khan
made any statement against him?
That the Indian army, it was the Muslim soldiers who have conquered the Kargil by using the slogans like Allahu Akbar and Nara Takbir. Has he condemned it?
I have condemned Azam Khan's statement.
Even in the part
I have condemned it. I don't agree with Azam Khan's statement.
Now I would like to ask the question to Congress.
You agree with your brother's
2 years back when it was a statement.
You and Azam Khan are doing a Noora.
Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi's party was in alliance with Congress.
Because
what was the reaction of Congress at the time?
Because of you and Azam Khan.
Congress is a national party who are ruling in Andhra Pradesh, who are ruling at national level.
Have you ever condemned the statement made by your own brother? Mr. Owaisi, I just want to know, have you ever condemned your brother's statement?
I think it is more responsible
Akbaruddin Owaisi's statement
than a smaller party like MIM.
Varun Gandhi was exonerated by courts of law. The courts of law have exonerated my brother, inshallah. Don't worry about it.
But you never condemned you are condemning everybody.
Don't worry
but
about
you are not condemning your own brother. This is your this is how your communal behavior is.
Who don't vote for Modi should go to Pakistan. This is the same statement being made by Pramila.
But you are making statements and you will kill, just give 15 minutes and will kill all the Hindus.
1 second, now don't communalize it.
No,
do not communalize it. Do not communalize it. I say one thing once again. I make this fervent appeal. Assam is burning. Assam is on the edge. And let me tell you, for all those people who are homeless today and all those who live in fear tonight, in Assam, it is not a comfortable thought to think that they are simply subjects and puppets for political fights at the national level. I would like to ask all the political parties to have the heart to consider in the middle of this campaign, send an all-party joint team to the state of Assam and see for yourself on the ground how the bloodshed has affected the people there, what insecurity that is. Don't just use it. Don't use it. Do not use it for politics.
The president should dismiss that government.
Do not use it for politics. Well, Tarun Gogoi should be responsible. Tarun Gogoi must be responsible. On that I agree with you. Thank you very much for joining me on that Newshour Debate.